I looked out the window today to see if the gray had gone yet. I peeled back the curtain, cloud-distilled light dribbling into my room through the breach. It wasn't hope that made me look. It was fear of either outcome. Let me explain. Last week, the world disappeared. I looked out the window that day, too. It was my day off, and I decided not to leave the house. Rain was a good excuse. The next morning, it was still gray outside. Oh well, I decided to stay in that day, too. On the third day, I woke up late for work. In a panic, I leaped from the bed and got dressed as quickly as possible, taking a moment to look out the window once again. It was still gray. I shrugged, knowing staying indoors wasn't an option today. I was surprised when I checked my phone to find that I had no calls from work, no voicemails threatening termination. I figured I'd call them on my way and beg forgiveness. I grabbed my keys from where they hung on a hook beside the door and stepped outside. It was unseasonably cold. And Christ, was this fog thick. I couldn't even see my car from the porch, the seasoned red Yugo, my ownership of which I refused to let damage my pride. I'm not sure yet what would have happened to me if I hadn't dropped my keys. I was on the last step when my fingers randomly decided to butter up and the whole chain slipped from my fingers and off the porch. Shit, I cursed. I waited for the clink of their impact on the concrete walkway, and when I didn't hear it, I squatted down and felt around for them. My hand disappeared into the fog below the step, questing fingers feeling neither ground nor keys. I pulled back in shock. What the fuck? I whispered into the nothing. I turned around and went back inside. I tried calling work. I was joyously surprised when the call connected. I listened, waiting for Brittany's peppy cheerleader voice to answer the phone with an enthusiastic, "Barney's Bastards Pub and Grill." What I heard instead was a steady whoosh and hiss, as though someone had left the needle on a dead record and were holding the receiver up to the speaker. "Hello?" I said. "Hello?" My own voice echoed back at me. I hung the fuck up. Then I locked the door. On the fourth day, I looked out the window once more. This time the fog was lighter, as though the sun were finally beginning to burn it away. But as the day wore on, the fog grew thicker and darker, becoming almost the color of smoke. Late in the afternoon, sometime before nightfall on the same day, I heard a slow tapping at the front door. It didn't sound like knocking, like a fist against wood. It was softer, like rain dripping on plastic. I opened the door into swirling gray emptiness. I looked down to find that I couldn't see the porch anymore. Looking up, I saw that the awning was gone as well, swallowed up by the colorless maw of the sky. I stepped back into the house and retreated to my room, where I hid under my blankets until the next morning. I looked out the window today, the fifth day, to see if the gray had gone yet. I peeled back the curtain, cloud-distilled light dribbling into my room through the breach. It wasn't hope that made me look. It was fear of either outcome. Because the gray is still there, which means that I'm either crazy or I'm not. Neither answer is the slightest bit appealing. One last thing. When I opened my bedroom door to go to the kitchen, all I saw was the fog, and within it hints of shadows that moved. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Oh well.